testing. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for attending my pitch. My name is Rafael Groswirt, founder of No Limit Fantasy Sports and NoLimitCoin. No Limit Fantasy Sports came to be from the fantasy sports craze that took over the United States. I jumped in. We developed a platform that now has multiple sports operating simultaneously. We are a non-ICO coin, privately funded and locally in California, which is great. And we hired one of the top law firms to give us a legal opinion about our coin, which allowed us to enter into multiple exchanges as a utility coin. So what is NoLimitCoin? Let's roll the video, please.
What is NoLimitCoin? NoLimitCoin, also known as NLC2, is one of the very few cryptocurrencies powering existing platforms right now. It is specifically designed for gaming applications, featuring blazing fast transaction times and extremely low fees. NoLimitCoin already powers a worldwide fantasy sports platform that uses NLC2 as the currency to unite sports fans across the world. No Limit Fantasy Sports features the NFL, which is the biggest fantasy sport in the world. With an intuitive interface and a revolutionary field view option, users have the chance to become managers of their own all-star teams. No Limit Fantasy Sports displays the most current and relevant player statistics available, so you can draft your lineup with confidence on the world's first cryptocurrency-powered fantasy sports platform. No Limit Fantasy Sports will be offering all major global sports, including NFL, baseball, soccer, basketball, hockey, cricket, and MMA. Don't really like sports? But you're into crypto? Check out our own unique game, Fantasy Crypto. NoLimitCoin also powers a no-rake poker platform. NoLimitCoin Poker is the first of its kind where users play with absolutely no rake on any pot. This is a complete game changer for any poker player. Users can keep all their winnings from each played hand thanks to NoLimitCoin. NoLimitCoin is proud to present a celebrity brand ambassador, legendary poker player and winner of 10 World Series of Poker events, Johnny Chan.
I'm going all in.
And charity event sponsor, former quarterback and Super Bowl champion, Joe Theismann.
Don't forget to sign up for the No Limit Crypto Fantasy game. NLC2 is what you're looking for.
By using NLC2 as its currency, CryptoFantasySports.com is able to charge the lowest fees of any fantasy sports platform. Fees are reduced by as much as 50% compared to its competitors. And thanks to NoLimitCoin, the world's first rake-free poker platform is now online.
First no-rake platform. I mean, we basically broke the mold. We said we're just going to go off of subscription based on poker. We brought in Johnny Chan, so that worked out really good. All right, so let's go to slide number 3, the team. And that's just part of the team. You see some of us over here. The team is actually a lot bigger than that. That's my favorite part of crypto. The way crypto essentially, there's no borders internationally for crypto, and our team is international. It's a 24-hour-a-day team. It's very exciting to be in our chat rooms and in our live Telegram room, and you can see the beating heart of our project. There are a lot of people there, share ideas. They come and let us know issues. We post special opportunities. So it's a great aspect of having crypto, the ability to build teams from so many different places of the world. So what's so special about NoLimitCoin? Because there's already Bitcoin, and we actually look at Bitcoin, but then we realized that a coin in the gaming environment needed to be instant, needed to be no cost to move. So we tweaked basically the Bitcoin blockchain into NoLimitCoin to make it an instant transfer coin, a no-fee coin, and we made it a proof-of-stake only coin. And it seems to be the perfect combination in terms of security for a small coin, and we've been very happy with the performance of the coin. I called upon my big guns, Johnny Chan and Joe Theismann, to get involved. Joe Theismann does charity tournaments, and they're very well attended. Johnny Chan came on board representing us for the poker platform, which is unique because we essentially threw out the rake aspect of it and went to a subscriber-based only. So you pay a couple of bucks a month, and you play all the poker you want. So a lot of people really appreciate that. It also lowered the fees for the fantasy sports platform. We are listed in 6 exchanges. The last 2 were Bittrex and HitBTC. And the last 2 were complicated, time-consuming, very involved. They required a legal opinion that said that we were a utility. We actually had multiple law firms that were willing to write that opinion for us precisely because we were a platform in search of a coin, meaning we didn't first come out with a coin and sell it. We had first deployed a fantasy sports platform, then we implemented the coin. We never did an ICO, which really saved us in terms of being labeled a security. So it was a little bit of dumb luck, but also vision to the point where we got through that barrier. And you can basically play on any platform. We're fully responsive. So any platform, you're on a tablet, you're on a PC, on your phone, we're developing the apps, and they should be ready by 2019 in the Apple Store, which we've already been approved. So it took us months because they're making it really hard right now to be on the Apple App Store, but we're already approved. We've got the Google Play set up already, so the apps are going to be ready in 2019. You can see how we worked intensively. Essentially, what we're doing is we're exporting what we already know works in the United States. We saw the explosion of fantasy sports with DraftKings, with FanDuel, with all the platforms. I got caught up with it, obviously, and we developed what we thought was a much, much better platform, and that's what you see right now, an intuitive UI where you see the field, you can populate your players, and we've got multiple sports operating right now at the same time. We did the World Cup, we've got soccer. I mean, 1 year ago, we had 1 sport. Now we've got 6 simultaneous sports operating. And there's another game called Fantasy Crypto, which you guys will love because what we did is rather than fantasy sports, as you normally build your teams with players, you build a portfolio of coins. So you guys, us that were in crypto will really, really appreciate that. And I'm going to give you a promo code right now that's worth 500 coins at the end. This is what sealed the deal right here, marketing partners. Just like everybody out there, we're all searching for the holy grail in marketing. We've got, 10, I call them internet witch doctors. Everybody's got the solution, the marketing answer. They want you to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 and they'll deliver. And we went through a bunch of those. And, we'd get the millions of impressions and the views and everything. But at the moment of truth, how many registrations did I get? How many paying clients did I get? None. So with time, we arrived here, and I just want to say hi to my partner here, Oscar. Raise your hand. He's been very intuitively involved, but he organized these marketing channels where we only pay for registrations, paid registrations. And finally, the sun came up in that aspect, and we're hitting on all cylinders. We're getting hundreds of registrations per day, and that is very exciting to be able to say that right now because we've come full circle. I mean, last year we just started with NFL, so the whole year went by. We developed all the sports, hockey, basketball, soccer, fantasy, crypto, and now we're back to NFL, and now it's time to bring in the players, which is happening. And with crypto, you essentially tearing down all the barriers. It doesn't matter what country you're from. So when people say, what's the biggest benefit of crypto to your platform? That's what it is. We have no barriers, just legal ones, and of course we respect them. But the fact that we've got players in 30 countries just makes it very exciting. So we do have advantages over our competition. And just remember, that slide that I just showed you is a very significant slide. Whatever you're doing, look at those names, and you can contact them because you can set up deals for marketing for true users on your platform. None of this, millions of views and millions of impressions. And basically, this slide says it all. It reflects what finally is happening after years. I mean, I started with this platform in 2014. In 2013, I started mining Bitcoin. 2014, we all thought Bitcoin was dead, right? So we kind of forgot about it. But so the platform came. So right now, we're finally, getting to the next level. So very exciting moment for us, NFL, generating a tremendous amount of interest. Of course, you can't really, look away, turn anywhere these days without running into esports, Fortnite, Overwatch, Dota, etc. It's like the biggest thing right now anywhere, and we're not going to be left out. Meaning, we have already the wheels are turning in terms of a deployment of an esports platform. We actually broke off a sister platform rather than just putting it into the same platform with all the other sports. The esports is going to have its own platform, and you can see that we're already doing that both for fantasy and peer-to-peer, which I'm going to explain in a couple of seconds. So that's very exciting. And you might have seen huge news that caught a lot of us by surprise. The U.S. Supreme Court came down a few months ago with a decision that said we will no longer ban online sports. Days after that decision, the big 800-pound gorilla in our industry, DraftKings, cut a deal with Resorts Casino in New Jersey because now the states can pursue online sports gaming. Multi-billion-dollar industry, way bigger than fantasy sports, and we already have a peer-to-peer model. I'm testing it. It's working beautifully. Now we're looking at about 25 states that are pushing legislation through their houses. And suddenly, we thought we were just going to be a little fantasy sports outfit out there. But now we have access to online sports in the United States, out of the United States. Now, what does peer-to-peer mean? It means that rather than us becoming a book like all the other sports books, we don't get involved, meaning it's a peer-to-peer exchange. You post a bet, and it only goes through if somebody takes the other side. And the line is negotiable, meaning you don't have to take the Vegas line, but you can negotiate between all the users, which is a very unique thing. So we're very excited about that. Our 2019 roadmap includes a Reg D raise for equity. So we're right in the middle of that. We're finishing up. We expect that to be ready in about 2 months for accredited investors. We're going to raise $10 million. And essentially, it's all going to go for customer acquisition. And our break-even point's about 3 months, our payback on customer acquisition. So it's a very good number because we run a very efficient operation. But that is the final piece that's going to round it out. And we are the trifecta: online business, betting, and crypto. I mean, we've got the 3 hottest items in the business world right now under a single roof. And we've already seen how I've got a list of people that says, as soon as your Reg D's done, talk to me. So our goals for 2019 are the raise, customer acquisition. Basically, with the raise, we want to get into all of the states. There are some states that basically came out with fantasy sports ruling, so now you have to get registered and go through that process, which costs money. Also, the online sports, you have to do partnerships with land-based casinos, so that's part of the aspects of the money raise. And of course, the esports platform, which we described, the peer-to-peer, and certainly we're already talking to a sports book supplier that'll even include horses, because we see the advantages of blockchain, of crypto, of NoLimitCoin, and we've seen how it basically breaks down the barriers. It we've got people, like I said, in more than 30 countries. It's very exciting, very exhilarating to have people from all over the world joining. And like I said, we're exporting what we already know works. We've seen how fantasy sports exploded in the United States, so we're taking that model and basically exporting it to the rest of the world, both in NFL. We got people from all continents playing, NFL fantasy, and certainly soccer and all the other sports that are known. We're gonna do cricket. We're gonna do MMA. So we haven't stopped just yet. And you guys, us that love crypto, you can get in there and play, of course, NFL fantasy football. But don't forget that game called Fantasy Crypto, where you build your teams with coins, and you actually have contests to see who picked the best portfolio. And we're bringing other asset classes in there, so it really becomes a learning tool. And everybody, I've had multiple people come up to me. We weren't sure what kind of opinions, but we did a very nice job there, and I appreciate all the people that have come up to us. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. Yeah.